What's going on, YouTube? Today we got Skip Bayless needs to read the room. And I've been seeing what's going on. I seen some Instagram posts, some other posts. Yeah, Skip Bayless catching some backlash right now for disregarding a player's life. Really, a player went into a cardiac arrest. I think after a play. I'm not too familiar with the situation, but I do know he fell out of nowhere after he just got back up or something like that, and then they had to do CPR and all that. And then Skip Bayless went to Twitter. He did send prayers to the player and his family, but he ended up saying, what about the game? What's going on with the game? Why is it taking so long? He's just saying a whole bunch of controversial things, man. We're gonna get into it in this video, but the last Skip Bayless reaction will be at the end of the video, actually, Road to 5 bands. Tell me which one to react to next. Turn on post notifications. Links in the description, man. Without further introduction, let's get into it. This video by Playback as well. Shout out to Playback, man.
Darvin Hamlin, he made a tackle. After the tackle, stood up and then immediately collapsed right back down. Then they started doing CPR on him for 9 minutes. Ambulance came out, they put him in the back and they took him away. Come to find out, he's on life support right now. As we're recording this video, I don't know what the updates are, but he's on life support right now. So a lot of people, obviously, of course, on Twitter, they were saying like, prayers, keeping nigga thoughts, trying to give people updates. For a long time, the NFL had not yet called if the game was going to be over or not. And so, Skip Bayless had a take on this, man.
It's one of the situations, Skip, where you don't need a hot take, man.
No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how?
That's what they said.
A game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. So after that, he then apologized. He kind of retracted what he said. Nothing more important than a young man's health. That's the point of my last tweet. But a lot of people are saying like, but you literally said, but
yeah. That he tried to backtrack. Come on.
The tweet.
The regular season was more important to you.
That's literally, you were literally introducing the concept of should they continue a regular season game in the middle of a man. At that time, the time when she made this tweet, no one knew any like legitimate updates of this man's life. None at all. But so for you to sit there and say, but how? But how can we end this game? This late into the season? This magnitude of the regular season? What are we saying right now? This game of football. How can we do that, man? Like, bro, it was irrelevant. This is not a but how moment. You're missing it by such a wide margin. So actually today on Undisputed, Shannon decided not to show up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he decided. He was like, yeah, no, you're bugging. You're bugging.
Honestly, they've been going back and forth too.
Yeah,
recently.
I know.
They've been getting a little chippy too. Yeah, but look.
Okay, she didn't even show up today. Damn.
I think the reason why Skip did that is because journalists are actually very.
He's not a journalist
anymore. In general. Journalists are very used to prioritizing game over health.
Yes.
Now, in this instance, this is a very severe injury to the point where he almost lost his life.
Yes.
But even when a nigga's ankles is broken, journalists usually are thinking like, damn, what's gonna happen to the Toronto Raptors this season? But it's like, in all reality, like, his knees probably never gonna be the same before.
Yes.
His shoulder's probably never gonna be. He's gonna have lifelong shoulder issues now due to that injury.
Yes.
But so often is a person's health never considered. You would just think though, when it gets this extreme, like, okay, let's.
You be honest. I think so the people out there who are trying to shoot
chill
Skip
out.
Bayless bail, because there are some people out there who are trying to do that as well. The reason why some people being critical of Skip Bayless and why he has to be stopped is because this is like you just sat there and said, Skip Bayless is one of the people, I guess, journalists or analysts or a media personality who lives on the extreme part of the spectrum. He does this routinely. He was literally just mocking his co-host Shannon Sharp, like literally just like a week or two ago, over something that was trivial.
When you had to stop at 35.
Yeah, that's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No,
yeah, I did what I did.
never said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than
way
you.
Better.
Yeah, what? I got to see what you do. You take personal shots. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal
time
shot
out.
at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you just
Go ahead.
You disrespect him. It's just.
Skip, you guys, Skip might have to be stopped. He had his feelings about Brady. He be in his feelings about Jordan. Some of y'all be in y'all feelings about Jordan too. I'll be praying that we're not gonna make this about that though. We're not gonna make this about that. I'm just saying, man. Skip be wild. He definitely threw shots at my boy Shaden Sharp for nothing. For nothing. We ain't have to go there. You had to go there. Boy, was
So,
crazy.
So you were
just
know
crazy.
what? It's beneath your
You would
dignity.
disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever
Have
played
at
your
it.
game, and it's by
Have at
far.
And it's not as if like Shannon Sharp is some random NFL player. He's literally one of the greatest players at his position of all time. So for you to like just mock this man is crazy. He went a whole year calling Kawhi Leonard a number. He's like, number 2. I'm not number 2, number 2. He's made it known several times that he doesn't mind disrespecting NBA players or any athletes just for the sake of views and relevancy. And again, don't get me wrong. There's certainly some of that maybe, if you believe that some of that is okay in the sport, fine. I'm not going to act as if like I don't go on Twitter and don't mock athletes every now and then as well. Or I'm just like completely disrespecting who they are. Skip Bayless, however, has made literally a career off of doing that. And I just don't understand where the line is with him, but he just finds a way to push it even further, more and more and more every event that passes us by. And I think he just gets caught up, and now he's just like I just need to touch all bases and really just get as many interactions as I possibly can. And I think he just gets lost in the sauce, and this is what it continues to dissolve into every single time, bro.
Also, this follow-up tweet is cap. You might have been concerned about his health, but he didn't show it in that tweet, and you definitely didn't prioritize it over the fucking sport of football. So this is just cap. This is like not even a good cap neither, because everybody knows you're lying, so it just makes it doubly worse. Here's the thing though, I actually think that it's not just Skip. Like, niggas is being highly critical of Skip because he's a media personality, but people on the internet in general feel very comfortable making fun of people for very traumatic things. Like, I probably made some jokes too, but there was niggas that dragged it when Derrick Rose kept getting injured.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
bet for Derrick Rose, it was a horrible feeling for niggas to need to just keep going out like that every time he was building some momentum. But those are jokes that people make, and I bet he doesn't feel great about it.
No.
I bet his family and his friends don't feel great about it, but niggas didn't give a fuck about him, his health, his life at all. They just made the jokes for their own entertainment. So
Yeah.
I think in the same way,
Same
the
thing
only
with
thing
Anthony
that's different about this situation is that Skip Bayless is not doing it for his own entertainment the way people usually do.
Yeah.
He's doing it, I guess out of boredom, maybe to get interactions.
I think it's just getting out of
probably
interactions.
just for attention.
Because I think, and it's somebody who's like deep in the sports world, and I guess I get criticized for this as well. There is times where you can just get lost, where you just feel like, I just gotta say something, I gotta have a take, gotta say something, gotta have a take, and everything just has to come with some crazy hot take for you to get some type of interactions. And just being completely transparent, I'm not gonna act like that's never happened to me. So I look at everything that's going on, bro, and again, I can see how Skip is getting lost. And maybe one thing, if this was like the first time that Skip Bayless has said something that is demeaning to an athlete or maybe crossing the line, but the reality is he does this frequently, and so it's really hard to give him the benefit of doubt when he just does this routinely. And no, I'm not talking about like, oh, he did it this time and Shannon Sharp like a couple weeks ago and maybe early this year. Bro, you can date it all the way back when he was on ESPN and how he used to just routinely.
There's certain lines though that regardless of what you want to do for your own entertainment, everybody knows not to cross, and Skip just crossed one, and that's why niggas are tight at him. At the end of the day, if Anthony Davis blew out his knee and had to get his leg amputated, people would take it more seriously. But like when they know
But
that
Skip would be like, well, what does that mean for the Lakers?
yeah, but what does that mean for the Lakers?
Man, and
Bro,
what
what's-
about LeBron? Is he going to stay on the Lakers now that Davis is no longer there? Like that, like all those things don't need to happen immediately. There's no way, because that's the crazy part, is that we were literally watching this man on the field and nobody knew what was going on. And they were holding it, suspending the game, waiting for it, and then this is the take that you get, bro. When I saw that, the first thing I thought about was like, bro, that's crazy, bro. That looks crazy. The second thing I thought about is, I hope he's all right. Third thing, what about his family? Imagine his mom, his kids, a loved one. I don't know what his family
Already
dynamic.
know. Already know. Mama love they want me to play football. Some moms be real scared for their kid to play football, man.
Imagine though you
get-
see a loved
you get
one
gritty.
and just collapse on
Yeah.
television while you're sitting there rooting for him, happy
And that's
for him,
why.
and you got to tackle him just
Shit
like that,
like
bro.
this.
There's nothing you can do. You are XYZ miles away from him. You can't physically touch him. Or even if you're in the stadium and you look down and you just see your son just collapse, bro. I immediately thought that, like after everything. Then after that, I was like, bro, I hope he's okay. Then I was like, bro, his teammates just saw this man collapse like this. Bro, I hope they're mental okay. This, like, bro, the last thing I thought was like, bro, I wonder if Roger Goodell Dale's really.
I didn't even see that. See him collapsing on that. All I seen was Skip tweet.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
And I'm going
like,
crazy on him.
It's a sport. Like, yeah, it's
a
important,
sport, bro.
It's important because like it's fun and sport brings so many people together. That's what it should be used for. Yeah, there's so many dope ass instances of sport bringing the world together, bro. Literally helping stop wars in some instances. So let's not forget that it's a game, right? And so like you're supposed to play the game to your best of your ability. It's your job. You get paid a lot to do it. But like there's a few things that come before sport, man. And niggas' health, especially on the field when he could be dying, is definitely one of them, man. Just like have a little bit of compassion in your heart, Skip. I know you're used to fucking mocking players, and that's entertainment for a lot of people. Sometimes I think the shit is funny when the niggas wilding out just talking shit about this player, the third. But there's certain lines you avoid, mainly due to the fact that you just look like you have no understanding of human nature. You just look like you do anything for interactions and views. And Skip, you've been way too much in your career. You've been way too successful to feel like you need to just fucking shit off another fucking garbage hot take like that one.
And still hasn't deleted it. Just kept
so
it
what
there.
is that like? Should I be impressed that he kept it up, or
I don't know. Like he's just hell bent on.
why
Like
is he not?
I knew.
He's not trying to what's it called? He's not trying to go back on his statement. That's really what that is. He don't want to go back on his word. He probably trying to be a man. Like, I don't know. He probably got one of his morals or something, not to go back on his word. He said it. But I'm gonna say another statement to try to reduce the backlash of that. What I just said.
I did not mean it in a malicious manner. So I'm gonna keep it up here just to keep it up here.
That could be one of the most. If there was a dislike button, that'd be one of the most disliked tweets on Twitter. I swear it would. I swear it would.
Yo, and shout out to Shannon Sharp, because I do believe that not showing up, because some people are being critical of Shannon, like, oh my god, he babied out, he chickened out. No, I actually do think that having Shannon not show up, watching the views plummet, because I think that's what.
Oh, they did it anyway?
I don't know if they did it. He showed up to the set though.
I apologize for what we're going to set out to do here today if it offends anyone, because we're going to try to do the show pretty much as we usually do the show. But I'll admit up front, I'm still shook up by what happened last night to Damar Hamlin. In fact, I'm still
you know,
wrecked.
Skip.
In fact, I'm not sure I'm...
Are you though, Skip? Are you? Seems like
I'm capable of doing this show today.
Nigga, you showed up, and Shannon didn't show up, nigga. Oh my god, please stop.
But after barely sleeping on it, I decided to give it a try. Maybe I'll fail. Maybe we will fail, but we're going to try. We wrestled through much of the night whether to even do a show today, because it felt like in our minds we almost can't win with this, because the last thing we want to try to do is come off as insensitive to what this young man is going through in a life or death situation. The last thing we want to do is offend anyone by trying to do what we always do, which is talk about sports. As this show goes on, we're going to try to talk about a little bit of sports, but we're going to continue to talk about what happened to this young man last night and try to sort back through it with help from you and the audience. And we ask you now, if you'd like to tweet us your emotions of the night and of this morning about what happened.
Hey, get on Twitter, Skip.
They about to go on his. They about to get on his. I don't think he wants
on Twitter, nigga. No cap. You do not need to allow people to tweet to you. How do you feel about the fact that they still have to because he still has to. Yeah, he has to still. It's his job.
Have nothing on air for an hour.
Yeah.
Fox
he has to
might fire his ass.
Yeah.
So this is the only thing that's gonna keep him alive. I think he did the right thing by just apologizing, correcting what he should have been said. I mean, this is the best you can do, is try and take accountability. You're gonna have to go on air regardless. Fox probably is loving it, because there's probably a lot more people tuning into this episode just to see what happens or what it's going to be like without Shannon, or this, that, the third, and then when he comes back, it's going to be even more. So you might think they might want to fire his ass, but I'm not going to lie. A rating spike like this, sure, he lost credibility. Who knows about what long-term retention looks like, but right now, and you know what the fucking crazy part is? If a YouTuber made a mistake like this, you would be shamed for having ads and stuff, right? But Fox is going to run hella ads, make millions of dollars on this segment. They're going to run with the fact that, and I'm not even criticizing Fox talks. This is just how all television works. For some reason, people feel way more comfortable criticizing certain individuals online, individual like YouTubers, content creators, whatever the fuck, more than these actual people really monetizing. You pull 100,000 views and you're a YouTuber, you make great money. If you pull 100,000 views live and you're
like a network, like
network, you're making hundreds of millions.
Yeah,
it's such a huge drastic difference how well these guys monetize, and it's because no matter what they're talking about, they're running those ads. Yeah. So I mean, that's just the shit that be going on in my mind. But I think Skip did a good job here apologizing for his fucking.
Semi apologizing is fine. It's just that I don't know if I could have went on TV, and I definitely wouldn't say, "Hey man, let me hear your tweets out there, man."
No, it's such a
no, that was crazy.
More, but any injury of this kind, when football first started, it was hella niggas dying, like before they had pads and shit. Yeah, so it's always possible. It's just rare that we see it nowadays because we've gotten so much better with padding technology and stuff like that. So hopefully you recover, man. This is an unfortunate situation. I'm glad he's still alive. And
prayers, man, prayers.
That same.
And that's this one, y'all. Skip on thin ice right now. he's skating on thin ice, man. You probably got one more tie. They gonna get you up out of here, Skip. Chill out. I'm telling you, man. But if you enjoyed this Skip Bayless reaction, make sure you click on the last Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp reaction on your screen right now. Roll to 5,000 subscribers. Tell me which one to react to next. Turn on post notifications. Links in the description, man. And I'm out there.